Good morning. It is 9 a.m. and welcome to the Thursday, July 23rd, 2015 County Administration Workshop. And we have the agendas on the table if you didn't want one, etc. And we begin with legal counsel, who is going to tell us all about 1A.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Chair. Commissioner Hare. Excuse me. Item 1A is in the matter of the renewal of the franchise for Charter Cable Systems. There's a two-part consideration here for the board. The first is that if you do decide to accept the contract and renew, then we will be presenting you with an order that would be to that effect, just to make it all very clear. And also it would be a little bit unique in that we intend to file the order with the clerk's office to keep it on the record, in the public record. And so given the scope of this contract, it's a 10-year contract, and it's worth potentially about $2.5 million in revenue to the county over the course of 10 years. We just want to make sure everything is completely clear to those going forward. The contract is largely the same in terms of substance, but there are a number of smaller though significant changes to it that we managed to negotiate. The negotiation has gone on for long since, probably a year, long since even before I got here. And so we've gotten to a place where I think it's a mutual benefit for both sides. So we do have available to us the representative from Charter, the guy with whom I've been negotiating, Stephen Gerber, who's going to be available telephonically should the board decide to engage him in this discussion. And at that point, what I would suggest is, because it's such a lengthy contract and very, very technical in many places, is I would suggest that we go through a tedious seeming process as we do it, but a process of basically, I want to take you page by page and describe what exactly is in the contract. So there'll be ample clarity.
Okay. Commissioner, you had some questions?
Yeah, I mean, I just wonder if this is an appropriate thing for an admin meeting. This is kind of pretty in-depth, and most admin things are kind of a little bit shorter in nature. We have a number of staff that are waiting here for it. I just wonder if it would be more appropriate to put this on general discussion. I don't know how in-depth we need to actually go into it. Having said that, it is something that we've probably been negotiating. I've been working on it probably loosely for 3 years, I'd say. I think that the PEG stuff has been really part of the most challenging element. The other stuff is fairly routine. It's very similar to the way it was. I do have in point 13.4 a couple of words that maybe are correct, but I just would like to just point out that seem as though they should be something different. If we can go to a specific place, and then we can go more general. If there are any other questions. Okay. So I don't know. I think it's on page 14. It's the top paragraph.
Right.
And the first sentence reads, grantor agrees to provide grantee. Do you want to get there? I'll wait for you.
No, that's all right. I can be there in just one moment. Go ahead.
Grantor agrees to provide grantee with a written annual report detailing PEG channel usage and efforts to increase the quality and quantity of PEG access programming, which report shall be due to the grantor within 90 days after the closing of each calendar year. We're not presenting it to ourselves. We're presenting it to the grantee because they're looking for that we're meeting the requirements. So I think that should be grantee or grantor.
Okay, thank you.
And in which should be such report shall be. I think it doesn't really matter. I think you can understand what which means. But, I'm broadly a little concerned at the reporting requirement. That I know that you guys have negotiated this, and it probably makes Charter feel better about meeting it. But I just wonder where it is in statute that we're required to report to our grantee.
It's just an agreement. It was what they wanted to get in exchange for the PEG.
Well, they're required to pay the PEG without this, but I think it's appropriate that we, kind of make good on what we have said we are going to do. This is a 10-year contract, and that might be not in the same purview of another board. So it's just something we don't want to go into lightly about. what we're willing to do here. And I guess the ramifications for not doing it is we would negotiate this contract, or the grantee would say, we're not going to give you PEG franchise money if we don't see this report, which they could try, and we would probably lose having agreed to a contract that says we're going to.